The other story that people nationally in crypto cared about anyway that we don't really, and we were just talking off the air, you walk in, it's so crazy that it's like already seemingly out of the I haven't even seen it in my timeline really anymore. But SBF last week, guilty on all counts. Sentencing for him doesn't come until March of 2024, so we still have like 4 months until that. I don't think anybody will be paying attention to it by that point. But essentially, he's the fall guy for all these other corrupt entities that benefited with him. That's the way it really looks. I mean, you mentioned his parents to me. Obviously, everybody that accepted donations from him on both sides of the aisle. SBF is just the guy that gets to go, fondle his soap in the shower. So, beyond that, my question to you, I guess, is what do you think this result means for crypto? Because he's now, the fifth or sixth, or probably more than that guy to go behind bars that really deserved it after the last cycle. All of them people that, as we'll get to, Richard Hart kind of warned people about a couple of years ago. But what does this result mean for crypto, and will we see these things in the next bull market? I mean, and we've said this before. We've talked about this before. There's always going to be shysters, scammers. I probably shouldn't use shyster these days, but scammers and things like that in this market. Clearly, a lot of them are on this very platform you're watching this on right now, showing referral links and shit like that. But do you think to this level, maybe not SBF level, I mean, that's one of the biggest financial crimes in history, but will we continue to see similar type stuff like this? Because I think it was so highlighted to people since May of 2022 when Terra Luna fell down and Do Kwon and all this stuff, that until now, that's a good year and a half of people really being exposed to this stuff in news cycles, whether you're deep into crypto or not. So I'm just wondering, Ewok, I mean, do you think history repeats itself, or does it look different next time? Because I don't know. I just don't think the same old song and dance is going to be so easy for some of these guys that are coming in to make a quick buck. But what do you think?
I think history continues to repeat itself. People don't seem to ever learn their lesson, unfortunately. And maybe it looks a little different. I don't think it would be on the scale that FTX was. I mean, you're talking $8 billion, $10 billion. And, that's probably at the levels of the market right now. At the height of a bull run, that 8 billion probably turns into 14, if not more. So it'll happen again. People don't learn their lessons. People will shill reference referral links to make money, get you into these platforms that are not good, where you give your keys to somebody else or your coins, and they promise you a little bit of a yield.
Right.
So, you pull your hair out trying to preach to everybody how great of a yield platform that Hex really is, and they still don't listen. So unfortunately, I don't think we'll see anything to that level unless Binance happens to get hit with something. I think that was pretty much, as bad as it can get for the current market cycle anyway, or, the market state, I should say, with the market cap. So unfortunately, they're going to get burnt. Some of these scams are going to come back with a different name, same code, but different name. The scammers will take advantage of the bull market, and that's how it always goes. It's just a matter of staying clear, managing your own tokens, and not picking up pennies in front of freight trains.
Right. Well, and it is a shame because we've got Gary Gensler and Chief Warren, Elizabeth Warren. They're going to act like this is crypto's fault. See, this is what the scammers do. This is what the hucksters do. This is what the fraudsters do. When, people like them were in bed with Sam Bankman-Fried, and all of this stuff is literally the opposite of crypto. So,
sure.
To just bend the narrative that way, I mean, it's not going to work. Like, people are going to find out, I don't think these people really care about crypto at all. I mean, I don't think they are. Obviously, they're not interested in making any kind of policy on it or anything. It's just, it's not an issue that they really are going to dig their feet. What am I trying to say? I don't think they're really going to dig in on it too much. They have other things that they're really worrying about, especially somebody like Elizabeth Warren. why is she assembling an anti-crypto army? I think she probably has other things she's trying to worry about, like raising the minimum wage to $25 an hour or something like that. But
well, it threatens their model. It threatens their bank model. It threatens the, what you got to do is you got to look at the salaries of these people when they went into office and see what they're worth now. That's
right,
what it
yeah.
threatens. That's truly what crypto threatens. It doesn't have anything to do, they list all these terrorist activities that are done with crypto, and they're so far off on their tally or total of amounts that they said were done. I think they were like 99% off the total that
Yeah.
they gave and what was proven on the blockchain. So, until people wake up and see what they're really doing, yeah, they're going to continue to try to fight it. But I think eventually we win. I do.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely do too. It's just funny that these people are still going to try to bend it whenever they're actually in bed with the perpetrators of all this stuff. So that's
Right.
going to continue to
And
happen. Go ahead.
and I agree with Sam here. But sometimes getting scammed is the best way to learn. Um,
Good point.
it's happened to me. I learned a hard lesson in 2017, and yeah, it's the best way to learn. You lose money and you have skin in the game. You learn what not to do real quick if you stick around. The problem is some people that get scammed don't stick around and they're gone and they won't come back. So that's the
Right.
only bad part of the ones that get scammed is they get frustrated and they don't come back or don't stay.
Yeah, good point. And you are right. I think Sam's totally right about that. I mean, like it is unfortunate, and hopefully you don't get taken for too much or anything. But yeah, that's honestly the best medicine because you know what to do and you damn well never make the mistake again. So